Imagine attracting new views and subscribers every day on YouTube because your videos are ranking on the first page of YouTube and or Google. Wouldn't that be sweet? On this live stream, I'm going to show you some of the benefits of YouTube SEO and then also talk about the types of traffic to do with your YouTube SEO. Then also how to research or uncover the correct keywords so they're not too competitive so you can easily rank your videos, how to measure SEO success, and also look at some of the best practices. My name is Herman Drost, and my channel is all about how to grow your audience on YouTube so you can generate traffic, leads, and sales on autopilot. Most of my traffic currently comes from search traffic, both on YouTube search as well as Google search. I think it's a very important topic, so you're basically tapping into the mind of your target audience and giving them the content that they seek. The topic today is how to do SEO for YouTube videos in 2021 and beyond. YouTube has changed over the last few years. Their focus has changed now, as we'll talk about later. Their focus has changed towards watch time and retention, click-through rate, these type of things. So that's why it's important to understand how the YouTube algorithm works. So let's look at some of the benefits of YouTube SEO. Of course, rank your videos in the search engines. This is both YouTube and Google. So YouTube is the second largest search engine on the net, and then Google is the number one search engine on the net. But Google search traffic is much harder to get, but it takes longer time. But you can almost rank immediately in YouTube search. And for those that don't know what search engine optimization is, SEO stands for search engine optimization, and basically it's how to rank your web pages, if you're talking about Google, or your videos in the search engines. So we're talking about Google here, so YouTube, Google, and you might, in the old days, it used to be Yahoo search, and I think I've also got some traffic from DuckDuckGo, and also, what's the search engine for Microsoft? Bing, the Bing search engine. So there's all these different search engines, and the way that it works is that people are putting their search queries into these search engines, and then if you've made a video or created a web page that targets those specific search terms, then your content, your video will appear in front of that particular audience. So it's quite different to, which we'll talk about later, suggested traffic or browse traffic, which, people see it as they're kind of browsing through the internet. But with search traffic, it's more intentional. So for something like how to tie a tie or how to change the headlight on your Toyota Corolla 2010, you can find a video for that and go through the video, and you're very focused on the information that you seek. So, and that way, search is actually more intentional than sort of flyby traffic or suggested traffic that people just see it, as they're browsing YouTube. So another benefit is, so you're uncovering content that people are searching for. So there's millions of search queries, and you've just got to identify what those are. And there's some tools which you can use for that. And I think the beautiful thing about targeting search traffic is that you're tapping into the mind of your target audience. So it's basically what people are thinking about. So they might want to find the best camping spot. They might want to bake a specific cake. They might want to repair something on their car. They might want to get more traffic for their YouTube videos. So pretty much every question you can think of, there's a video for that. And so you that have a niche on YouTube, your job is to focus on what your audience wants. So the best content, whether it's entertaining or how-to solutions for how-to problems, all these things, you want to serve up that kind of content. Another great thing is that you get evergreen traffic. So I started my channel in 2006, and there's videos on there that some of them are pretty embarrassing, but I created them, 5, 6, 10 years ago even, and they're still bringing traffic. So that means you're doing the work once, and then you're reaping the benefits over and over. So you're basically generating traffic, leads, and sales on autopilot. So some of the videos on my channel, they continuously bring leads, they continuously generate sales, and basically you're reaping the benefits year after year by making that video. So whenever you think about, oh, I don't feel like creating a video today, maybe you can will yourself through it and make one, because if you do it, then that effort or that sacrifice you made to sacrifice your feelings or how you felt that day, but you made the video, and then that video is going to work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, year after year for years to come. So there's many great benefits of tapping into those search queries, those keyword phrases that you can rank your videos for. I wanted to go show you some examples. Here's a couple of videos that I made a few months ago, how to find YouTube videos without that you didn't know the name of, or channels you didn't know the name of. And so these two videos currently ranking 1 and 2 on YouTube search. They're bringing in a lot of traffic on a daily basis. And not only on YouTube, but if you rank on Google, this is at the top of Google, a huge thumbnail that stands out right at the top of the search page and above all the other traffic for that particular keyword phrase. So if you can get that, you can get a lot of traffic. One of my other videos that I made probably a couple of months ago got into Google search and also has the huge thumbnail there, and now it's driving a lot of traffic. Most of it is from external traffic, which is actually mostly Google search. So if you get the best of both worlds from Google search, YouTube search, the two biggest search engines on the net, it can drive a lot of traffic to your channel and grow your channel fast. And I noticed, basically 20% of, the top 20% of the videos on your channel is what drive the most traffic. The other ones, maybe not so much. So that's just showing a couple of examples. And for this particular video, I think it was this first one here. I think this one here, yeah. How to find a video on YouTube. So in the first 24 hours, I look back on that, it only produced 217 views. So 217 views. I lost a couple of subscribers, and I got 65 cents in the first 24 hours. Going forward, a few months later, this video has now got over 38,000 views and 136 new subscribers and $360 of revenue. So since was uploaded. So that's just one video. But think if if I go back here, this was just one video, but I got another video here that's ranked on top of YouTube search. So basically, what I'm saying is that, one video can drive a lot of traffic, but then you multiply that, if you upload on a consistent basis and keep producing videos, a few of them are going to do really well, and that's going to drive the growth of your YouTube channel. So that's the power of YouTube SEO, or ranking in the search engines. So what is YouTube's goals? How does the YouTube algorithm work? So the goal of YouTube is to help viewers find the videos they want to watch. So if you're watching a lot of cat videos, I'm trying to think, what was I watching recently? Not cat videos, but I think I was watching, because New Zealand recently got the big earthquake. That's where I was originally born. And so I was watching a bunch of videos from there. So more earthquake videos from New Zealand were popping up. So YouTube helps viewers find the videos they want to watch. So you continually there, if you're watching a lot of videos, then more of those types of videos are going to be served to you on the YouTube home screen, and also in the YouTube app on youtube.com. Another goal of YouTube is to maximize long-term viewer engagement and satisfaction. So they want you to get a high audience retention. So that's why I put this little graphic here. YouTube says that your goal is to keep the audience retention as close to 100% as you can, because this means viewers are watching all the way through your videos, and videos that constantly have a high audience retention and watch time have the potential to show up more frequently in search and in suggested videos. So that means, that not just the watch time, but how long people are watching not just one video, but successive videos. So the YouTube algorithm follows the audience, what they watch, what they don't watch. So if they're not interested, you serve some particular topic of videos, but then you switch topics to like cat videos, and suddenly your audience say, well, hey, why are you uploading cat videos? Not interested in that. So so the YouTube algorithm is interested in what the audience wants to watch, not what they don't watch, because then they're not going to serve more of those videos. How much time they spent watching the videos. So ideally you want to get 100% watching all the way through. The reaction to the video, if they dislike it, or they are given a survey by YouTube that says, they're not interested in those type of videos. So your goal is to get viewers to click on your thumbnail to watch your videos, then to watch them as long as possible, then to keep them returning to watch more of your content. And this contributes to your core audience, or to your your super fans, the fans of your channel. Basically how the YouTube algorithm works, YouTube wants your audience to find your videos. They want to have them watching it long as possible, and then they want them to keep your audience coming back as much as possible to watch more of your content, so that the longer they stay on the YouTube platform, then they'll serve more of that content to them. Let's look at the common types of SEO traffic. So usually when you upload a video, I know for my videos, the first type of traffic that I get is browse features. So this is the traffic that's on the YouTube home screen, and if in the YouTube app, the videos that play on, actually that's suggested videos. Browse is more the home screen, and then also the subscriptions feed. So anything that comes from, that's in the subscriptions feed and on the home screen of the YouTube app. So it refers to what viewers see first when they open the app or they visit the youtube.com. And it's a place where YouTube delivers the most relevant, personalized recommendations to each viewer. So as I said before, if I'm watching a lot of cat videos, more cat videos will appear on the home screen when I surf to youtube.com. So it's a great place for when you first upload a video. It's going to be seen by your subscribers, so they're going to, your first traffic is probably going to be notifications, but then more non-subscribers are also going to see that new video. So if you're getting a lot of traffic from browse features, that means your subscribers and non-subscribers are watching the videos. That's a good thing. So YouTube displays the videos from your subscriptions, videos watched by similar viewers. So if a person's watching a similar video that you uploaded to your channel before, you make a similar video, then the YouTube will recommend that to the person that just watched your video. So browsers is really great. So I usually when I upload a new video, then the major traffic source will be from browse features. Search is another one. I've been talking about that already, but this is based upon the most relevant search query. So people are putting that search query. So the title, like a title of this video is how to do SEO for YouTube videos 2021. So when I was researching my keywords, a lot of the titles were very competitive. So you had to kind of play around with the different keyword phrases. So basically you want to find search queries that you can then put in the title, description, tags of your video. So search considers many signals. So it could be the watch time of the particular video, how is the video performing based upon that search query. And as I mentioned earlier, it'll also be based upon the audience retention. So if you got a high click-through rate, high audience retention, then there's a stronger possibility that your video would do better in search as well as suggested videos. So suggested videos is another traffic source that, according to YouTube, 75% of the traffic from YouTube is suggested videos. In my case, I got YouTube search and Google search, but suggested videos is basically the personalized collection of videos that an individual viewer may be interested in watching next based upon their prior activity. So basically, if they've been watching a lot of similar videos from your channel, then YouTube will serve more of those videos that appear on the right side of the watch page and under the video that people are watching on the YouTube app as well. So if you can get a suggested video is probably the hardest traffic source to get into, to be a primary traffic source. So if you hop on a trend and capitalize on a hot trend, then a lot of that traffic is going to be from suggested videos. It won't be so much from search because it's a new trend. But as I said, most of my traffic initially comes from browse, and then later on, as YouTube is trying to figure out if they should, serve that to a wider audience, then more of it appears in search, more of it appears in suggested videos. External is another one. This is, Google search, apps, traffic from websites, social media sites, etc. So usually the top external traffic source is going to be Google search, which is great because that's a #1 search engine. So as I showed you at the beginning of this video, those two videos I showed you in the top of YouTube search, one of them also gets is on the top of Google search. So I get traffic from both of these search engines. You also get traffic from channel pages. So this is when it comes from viewers discovering your YouTube channel by maybe entering the keywords for YouTube channel in the search engines, or maybe they watched one of your videos and then they went to your channel. So you can get a lot of traffic from channel pages as well. So those are the primary, most common types of SEO traffic. Mostly we're focused on search, but as I said, if you get that high click-through rate, high audience retention, then you got a better chance of appearing in search and suggested. Shana's got a question: how do premieres help improve my algorithms and more views? I did a video on that a couple of weeks ago, so you might want to check that out. But basically, when you premiere your video, if you got a good core audience, you alert your audience beforehand, through email or social media sites, and then you engage. In premieres, you can engage, you can chat with your audience that's watching the video as your video is playing. So it's a regular video, but you can do a live chat while the video is playing. So by engaging with your audience during the premiere of your video, it means that you can extend the watch time for that video. So it's worth testing it out. If you get a bunch of people that are watching that premiere video as you've made it live and you're engaging with them. So instead of you not being there, you can live chat with them, answer their questions or make suggestions, give them tips, etc. Enforce the message of your video. Then they would stay, maybe instead of watching 1 minute, they would stay to the end of the video because you're engaging with them. So it's definitely worth a try. So how do you SEO your YouTube videos? So how can you make your videos rank in the search engines? So one way is to do the keyword, you do the keyword research. You got to find the videos that have the high search volume. So that means that people are very interested in that topic. And ideally, they have low competition. So if there's not much competition, but there's a good search volume, then that would be a keyword phrase to go for. And basically, this refers to long tail keyword phrases because they're much easier to rank for than a shorter keyword phrase. So if I was talking about how to train a dog or how to train dogs, that would be way too competitive. But if I made a longer tail keyword phrase like how to train a German Shepherd in 10 minutes to do tricks, then that's a longer tail keyword phrase. Maybe it only gets 100 searches per month. But if people are watching that and they stay watching the video all the way through, that sends a signal to the YouTube algorithm that people are watching, interested in that topic, and then they'll serve more videos from your channel, suggest more videos from your channel similar to that topic. So see what I mean? Like you can you cannot necessarily go for the high search volume, but you could actually go for a lower search volume that still has much less competition, but you create an army of videos, and those videos get high engagement because they're not too competitive. And then the algorithm sees that your audience is interested in that. They're watching it all the way through, and then they'll reward you by serving more videos from your channel to that audience. So you can use keyword research tools such as Keywords Everywhere, which is a Chrome extension. I think it's like $10 for like 10,000 words. That sits right in the YouTube search bar. TubeBuddy is, I'm going to show you later, is a great keyword research tool. It saves you a ton of time. It's my secret weapon to save time uncovering the best keywords. And then Morning Fame I use also, which you can use the find keywords in a different way, but it also is a very handy tool. And Answer the Public is a free software where you can enter a keyword phrase and it'll spit out all the most frequently asked questions on that topic. And so you can build your video around those questions. Let's look at TubeBuddy. I've been using TubeBuddy for many years now, and it's saved me a lot of time. But on this, I don't know if you can see this graphic, but say for instance, I used a Keyword Explorer tool of TubeBuddy, and I put in how to find a YouTube video. Then it's going to give me a summary. So on the summary, you'll see the overall score. So it's going to show you the search volume, competition strength, number of videos in the search results, and number of monthly searches. So it's also going to show the results at the top here. Got results, historical. It's going to show me a map, and then weighted score, unweighted score. The unweighted score is what you want to go for because that's not based upon your browser behavior. So for instance, this particular keyword phrase is too competitive. It says the keyword score is fair, unweighted keyword score is fair. So I would probably want to investigate some of these related keyword phrases. And I can also check web searches, so searches in Google as well. So if you go to the next slide, then these are the related searches. So I'll look at video searches, I can look at web searches, and video topics. So this gives me all these related searches, and then I've also got the monthly searches down here. So I get this analysis. So this is, you don't want to go for the very competitive keyword phrase, but you're going to find a longer tail keyword phrase. So instead of how to find a YouTube video, I'll go for a longer tail keyword phrase like how to find a YouTube video you can't think the name of. And this guy's an excellent score. It's a lower search volume. So previous slide, I got 300 million monthly, well, let's see. Number of videos found in search results, 200 million. And then this longer tail keyword phrase, which gets an excellent score of only got number of videos in search results, only 52 million. So it's still a lot, but it's less competitive. So the fact that I've got an excellent keyword score here means that I have a higher probability that I can rank for this particular keyword phrase. So search volume is excellent, competition is good, optimization strength is good, and number of videos and search results, 52 million, and excellent score, 100 out of 100. So after I found the video, and you want to do this, you want to do this keyword research using TubeBuddy for a particular keyword phrase, and ideally you find 10 or 20 keyword phrases. So if you do that keyword research as a foundation for your video to rank on the first page of YouTube, then you can create similar videos, like maybe create 10 or 12 similar videos that you can put into a playlist, and then people could binge watch your videos. So after you've done that, you want to optimize your videos. So you want to add a keyword phrase in your title, your specific keyword phrase, put that at the beginning of your title, then some compelling emotional trigger after that particular title. And then in your description, you're going to weave that keyword phrase into the first 3 lines of that description, because when people are watching the video, they can still see, they can still read the first 3 lines of your description instead of clicking on view more. And then if you want to send them to a related video, you want to put that in the first 3 lines as well. And you can also, if it's a longer video, you can add video chapters or what's called timestamps in the description. And then you want to add your custom thumbnail. And your custom thumbnail should be a thumbnail that stands out from your competitors. So you're going to use bold colors, bold text, or even no text sometimes is even better. But basically you want to make it very different to what your competitors are using. So instead of being a more beautifully designed thumbnail, more important is to have it different than your competitors, so it stands out and people will gravitate towards that thumbnail over your competitors. So basically you're all competing for that space, for that attention of the viewers. And tags are not so important these days, but it's good to add relevant tags. So you're going to place your keyword phrase in there as well as relevant keyword phrases. And then in your video, you want to link to a similar video or a playlist in your end screen or in the card. And then another good tip is to pin that next video that you want them to watch to the top of your comments. So you're going to have it in your end screen. You're going to have it pin it to the top of your comments. You're going to have it in the description. So it all supports the next video that you want them to watch, so they can stay longer on the YouTube platform. And if your viewers stay longer on your video and watch more of your videos, then YouTube will serve more videos from suggested videos, and it'll also help with ranking in YouTube search. So another great tool within the TubeBuddy arsenal is the SEO Studio tool. And as you can see here in the graphic, step 1 is the title and description. So you're building the perfect searchable title, and it's going to, you put that title in there, and it's going to give you a score. This, you can see 62% on the right there. But as you fill out the description, as you fill out the tags, as you add the thumbnail, you want to get as close to 100% as possible. So when you use the SEO Studio tool, then you can quickly see what kind of score you get, and you can see how you can quickly optimize your particular videos. So it's a pretty handy tool. And another tool within the TubeBuddy arsenal is the thumbnail split testing tool. This is a tool that I've been using a lot, because usually I do 2 or 3 different thumbnails. Oh, thanks, Susie. I really appreciate that. Super chat from Susie. Thanks so much. The split testing tool, if you haven't used it, what you do, you pick you create two different thumbnails, and then you put that into the A/B split testing tool of TubeBuddy, and then after 14 days, it'll show you which thumbnail received the highest click-through rate, got the most views, and got the most traffic. And then you can decide if you want to keep that going, or you can select the original thumbnail, or you can select the variation thumbnail, or you could switch out and choose the best performing thumbnail, then start the whole split testing again with a new and improved thumbnail. So you can continually test different thumbnails to improve your click-through rate for your video. And then if you get a high click-through rate, that means more people are clicking on your thumbnail and watching your video. So if they don't click on your thumbnail, they're not going to watch your video. If nobody watches your video, it won't do well in YouTube search. It won't do well in suggested videos, etc. So you'll have wasted a lot of time. So you definitely want to target the keyword phrases that are not too competitive, have a well-optimized video, a great thumbnail, and keep on testing different, make at least two thumbnails. So, sometimes the one that you get drawn to is not necessarily the best one. And sometimes I've put a couple of different thumbnails in my Facebook group or in my community tab, and everybody's, voted mostly for one type of thumbnail, but then I split test them, and the ones that the people in the Facebook group chose didn't necessarily do as well based upon the data as the variation thumbnail did. So data doesn't lie when you split test your thumbnails. If you want to upgrade to a paid version of TubeBuddy, like the Pro, the free version gives you, you can do limited keyword research, but if you upgrade to Pro or Legend, then you get a lot more features, like the split testing tool, I think, is the Legend option. So, but if you use hermansbuddy for a promo code, you get 20% off any of the paid options. So that's if you want to save a ton of time and do that quick keyword research. How to measure YouTube SEO success. So YouTube says that you can increase the chance of YouTube suggesting your content by increasing the click-through rate and your YouTube video watch time. And earlier, I also showed that if your audience retention, if you can get that as close to 100% as possible, then that increases the chance of your videos ranking in YouTube search and also appearing in suggested videos. So this is like, if you want to boil down the most important elements that you should focus on, then click-through rate and watch time, if you get both of those doing really well. So click-through rate, they say, according to YouTube, most click-through rates between 2 and 10%. So if you get higher than 10% or as close to 10% as possible, then you're getting a good click-through rate. So last week I looked at some of my best click-through rate videos, and some were getting 12%, 15%. So if you can get over 10% and watch time, if you can get that watch time over 50% or close to 50% as possible, then get both of those factors doing well, then you're going to get a lot of views. So if you look into YouTube analytics, this is the for this particular video, we're going straight into clicking on the Analytics tab, and in the Overview section, it's going to give you the number of views since that video was published, which you can change to, they got a new metric now, first 24 hours, first 48 hours, etc. And it's going to give you the views, it's going to give you the watch time, and then also the impressions click-through rate, etc. And in the overview, you got key moments for audience retention, then the average view duration as well. And then over here on the right, you got the real-time traffic sources. So as you can see, this video is, most of the traffic's coming from external, which is Google search, and then also from YouTube search, as well as channel pages and suggested videos. The next tab, the Reach tab, is probably the most important one, because it's going to show you the your top traffic sources, and then this funnel here, it's going to show you the impressions and how they led to watch time. So this gives you a quick overview of your impressions click-through rate. I think it is. I can't even read that, so maybe you can't either. But impressions click-through rate, number of views, and then shows the graph here. And then on the next graph, next tab, it's showing the engagement tabs. This is audience retention. So it's going to show you audience retention, so average view duration, average percentage viewed. As I mentioned, the audience retention is a huge factor to get traffic and grow your channel. And then you're also going to have the end screen click-through rate. So if people make it to the end of your video, then click on your end screen. That's also a good sign that people are making it to the end of the video. So that's the engagement tab, and then you can also see your audience retention here. So you can see what stage did people start dropping off your video. Was it the first minute? Was it the first couple of minutes, etc.? So this is a good thing to keep track of to measure the SEO success of your videos. And then you've got the audience tab. So this is like a breakdown of where your audiences, what kind of audience you have. So most of my audience is non-subscribed compared to subscribed, and then also shows the ages, the gender, and the countries. So all these analytics and YouTube analytics from your video gives you a good measurement of the success of your video. Okay, let's look at some of the best practices. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but some of the best practices for YouTube SEO. One is to make great content based upon the data. So if you go into YouTube Analytics and you're seeing that you see videos that get a high click-through rate, high audience retention, make more of those types of videos. So you want to always improve, every video you upload, you want to improve the click-through rate and the watch time for each video. You also want to study the comments that you get under the video. So people might have questions there. So by studying the comments, you can tap into the mind of your audience and keep doing more of what works. So if you find that that video or that topic resonates with your audience and it's getting a lot of views, it's attracting a lot of subscribers, make more of those types of videos. And when you do, that means the algorithm will get your audience to keep coming back for more of your content. And then they'll also suggest your content out to more people on the YouTube platform. You also want to keep viewers engaged for longer and encourage them to keep coming back. So whether it's for a long video or for several short videos, the longer you keep people watching, the more content will be surfaced on other people's watch pages. So you could have a 10-minute video, people watch it for 50% or 75% of the time, or you can make a series of short videos. So you can make short 3-minute videos, but then at the end of the video, you can tell them to watch another video and then another video. So you could kind of string them all together in a playlist. And so if people want to watch several videos in a row, then it still keeps them on the platform instead of one long video. So the idea is to keep the people engaged on your video and in successive videos. Then you also want to encourage subscriptions. So if you want to grow your channel, you want to tell people why they should subscribe and then invite people to subscribe in your video. You don't want to, go into a long story of why they should, but just mention it briefly, and most people will get it and will understand that they know what to do to subscribe. But it's always good to emphasize that. And another good practice is to upload on a consistent basis. So you want to, if you're uploading once a week, then try uploading 2 times a week. Maybe you could do a live stream. Maybe you could try a shorts video. That's what I've been doing recently. So it's not going to take as much time to create the video. And then also you want to promote your videos. So the first 48 hours is the most critical. So when you upload your video, try to promote your video on your social media sites, on your community tab, on your stories, on your website, etc. So if you get a lot of traffic in that first 48 hours, that means that sends a signal to the YouTube algorithm that this video is getting a lot of engagement and should be surfaced to more people's watch pages. As I mentioned before, you can add timestamps in the description. You can transcribe your video. So people that are hard of hearing or can't understand your accent or what you're trying to say, they can understand it. So you can add those closed captions, upload your transcript, and then people can read the closed captions under your video. And then also you can translate your video. So if you translate it into a different language that, say a lot of people from Saudi Arabia are interested in your content, then you can translate it into Arabic and you can reach a global audience. So you could translate your video into multiple different languages and get more traffic from different countries. So those are just some of the best practices regarding YouTube SEO. If you want to watch my free video mini-series on how to get more views on YouTube, mostly related to TubeBuddy, but you can just go to drossvideo.com/TubeBuddy, and every 24 hours you'll get a new, once you've opted in, you'll get a free video that you can watch to that talks about how to get more views on YouTube. So that's drossvideo.com/TubeBuddy. These are a couple of related videos, how to use TubeBuddy on YouTube to get more views. And the other one is how to rank and browse features.